everyone, I am Patricia yan. I am the leader of Group 7 and ang members ko ay sina Enriquez, Marielle, Jhane, Escaño, Joy, Eseo, Rose. So ang i-discuss namin ay about sa chapter 7 which is about sa leverage. So in the introduction, ang i-discuss ko sa inyo is about the financial decision and the capital structure. Unahin na natin financial decision. What is the financial decision? It is one of the integral and important parts of the financial management in any kind of business concerns. A sound financial decision must consider the broad coverage of the financial mix or yung capital structure, total amount ng capital or the capitalization na na-discuss na in the past reporters, and yung cost of capital. So ano ba yung capital structure? It is one of the significant things for the management since it influences the debt-equity mix of the business concern na makaka-apekto siya sa shareholders' return and risk. Hence, deciding the debt-equity mix plays a major role in the part of the value of the company and the market value of the shares. The debt-equity mix of the company can be examined with the help of leverage or yung i-discuss namin sa inyo mamaya. Dito namin i-discuss sa inyo ang concept ng leverage, types ng leverage, effects ng leverage, at kung paano nakaka-epekto ito sa EBIT or earnings before income and tax, and then sa EPS or earnings per share. Mamaya na natin papalawigin kung ano-ano ang EBIT at saka ang EPS at ano ang role niya dito sa leverage. So for the next reporter, i-discuss niya ang meaning ng leverage.
Good day everyone, I'm Enriquez, Marielle, Jhane, and the topic that I will discuss for today is about leverage. The term leverage refers to an increased means of accomplishing some purpose. Leverage is used to lifting heavy objects which may not be otherwise possible. In the financial point of view, leverage refers to furnish the ability to use fixed cost assets or funds to increase the return to its shareholders. So, what is leverage? So, from the word lever, it simply means doing less for more, or in short, mas napapadali natin yung mahihirap na bagay sa kaunting effort. Leverage makes everything simple, and leverage serves as a tool to achieve its goals. Leverage is basically an investment where borrowed money or debt is used to maximize the returns of an investment. Example is, umutang ka sa bangko para sa bibili mong kondo or apartment, at kailangan mo lang ng at least 20% down payment para makuha yung unit. And halimbawa, yung kinuha mong condo unit ay pinapaupahan mo. Tapos, syempre, di ba, kailangan mong bayadan yung condo unit every month. Halimbawa na lamang na 15,000 every month, pero dahil nga sa ginawa mo itong paupahan, pinaupahan mo ito for example ng 30,000 a month. So, ang mangyayari, nababayaran na nung rental income mo yung utang mo sa bangko, at the same time, kumikita ka pa. 20% lang ng total amount ang inilabas mo, pero 50% ng income ang nakukuha mo. At ang tools dito na ginamit ay yung condo unit na kinuha mo. Konti lang yung effort na ibinibigay, at the same time, kumikita ka pa.
I'm the next reporter. I'm Escaño, and I'm going to discuss about the types of leverage. Leverage can be classified into three major headings according to the nature of finance mix of the company. The types of leverage are financial leverage, operating leverage, and the last one is composite leverage. I'm going to discuss about operating leverage. The leverage associated with investment activities is called operating leverage. Operating leverage may be defined as the company's ability to use fixed operating costs to magnify the effects of changes in sales on its earning before interest and taxes. Operating leverage is a cost accounting formula that measures the degree to which a firm or project can increase operating income by increasing revenue. A business that generates sales with a high gross margin and low variable costs has high operating leverage. Ang mga company na may mataas na operating leverage ay dapat sumaklaw ng mas malaking halaga ng mga fixed costs bawat buwan kahit nagbebenta sila ng mga anumang mga unit ng produkto. Operating leverage consists of two important costs, the fixed cost and the variable cost. Ang fixed cost ay mga cost na hindi nagbabago kapag tumaas o bumaba ang mga benta o dami ng produksyon. Ang example po nito is rent, warehousing, insurance, and equipment. Ang variable cost naman po ay expense borne by a company that changes with change in production and sales. It is not fixed, hindi katulad ng fixed cost. Habang tumataas ang produksyon, tumataas ang variable cost dahil kailangan kunin ang mga raw materials in more quantities. Operating leverage can be determined with the help of break-even analysis. Operating leverage can be calculated with the help of the following formula. Operating leverage is equal to contribution over operating profits, where OL is equal to operating leverage, C is for contribution, OP is for operating profits. The degree of operating leverage may be defined as percentage change in the profits resulting from a percentage in the sales. It can be calculated with the help of the following formula. Degree of operating leverage is equal to a percentage change in profits over percentage change in sales. Exercise number 1. From the following selected operating data, determine the degree of operating leverage, which company has the greater amount of business risk and why. Nakikita po natin dito, ang company A ay may sales na 2.5 million and ang company B is 3 million. Ang fixed cost naman po ng company A is 750,000 and ang company B naman po ay 1.5 million. Variable expenses as a percentage of sales are 50% for company A and 25% for company B. Ito pang solution, statement of profit. Operating leverage is equal to, ito po yung formula. Operating leverage is equal to contribution over operating profit. Sa company A po is ang contribution is 1.250 million over 500,000. Ang equal is 2.5. Sa company B naman po is 225,000 ang contribution over 750,000 ang operating profit equals 3. Operating leverage for B company is higher than that of A company. B company has a higher degree of operating risk. The tendency of operating profit may vary proportionately with sales is higher for B company as compared to A company. Uses of operating leverage. Operating leverage is one of the techniques to measure the impact of changes in sales which lead for change in the profits of the company. If any change in the sales, it will lead to corresponding changes in profit. Operating leverage helps to identify the position of fixed costs and variable costs. Operating leverage measures the relationship between the sales and revenue of the company during a particular period. Operating leverage helps to understand the level of fixed costs which is invested in the operating expenses of business activities. Operating leverage describes the overall position of the fixed operation cost. Yun lang po akin. Thank you po.
Good day, my name is Everly Rose B. Eseo, VSBA 3B Financial Management. So, I belong to Group 7 and our topic is leverage. So, ang napatapat po sa akin is financial leverage and differences of operating and financial leverage and other part of financial leverage topic. Let's start. Leverage, financial leverage represent relationship between company earning before interest and taxes or operating profit and the earning available to equity shareholders. Financial leverage is defined as the ability firm to use fixed financial charges to magnify the effect changes in earning before interest tax on the earning per share. It involves the use of funds obtained at fixed cost in the hope of increasing the return to the shareholders. The use of long-term fixed interest bearing debt and preference share capital along with the share is called financial leverage or trading on equity. Financial leverage may be favorable and unfavorable. Depend upon the use of fixed cost fund. So, favorable financial leverage occurs when the company earns more on the asset purchased with the fund than the fixed cost of their use. So, it's also called positive financial leverage. Then, unfavorable financial leverage occurs when the company does not earn as much the fund's cost, and it's also called negative financial leverage. Financial leverage can be calculated for the help of this formula. FL equals OP over PBT. So FL means financial leverage equals OP means operating profit or your EBIT over PBT, profit before tax. The next is alternative definition of financial leverage. So, ito yung alternative na definition ng sa financial leverage. So, according to Gitmar, financial leverage is the ability of firm to use fixed financial changes to magnify the effect of change in EBIT and EPS. So, this is the other formula. FL equals EBIT over EPS. So, financial leverage, again, equals earning before interest and tax over earning per share. So, this is our next one is the exercise number 2. So, dito is para matutunan natin kung paano mag-compute at naano natin yung solution. So, this is the given situation. A company has the following capital structure. Equity share capital is 100,000. 10% of proof share capital is 100,000. 8% debenture is 125,000. The next one is degree of financial leverage. Degree of financial leverage may be defined as percentage change in the taxable profit as the result of percentage change the earning before interest and tax. So this can be calculated on this following formula. DFL or degree of financial leverage equals percentage change in taxable income over percentage change in EBIT. The present EBIT is 50,000. Calculate the financial leverage showing that the company is 50% tax bracket. So, earning before interest tax is 50,000 for operating profits. Interest at debenture, 125,000 times 8% equals 10,000. So, 50,000 less than 10,000 is 40,000. So, the 50% of 40,000 is 20,000. So, 40 minus 20 is 20,000. Financial leverage equals operating profit OP over profit before tax. So, 50,000 over 40,000 equals 1.25. Uses of financial leverage. Financial leverage help to examine the relationship between EBIT and EPS. Financial leverage measure the percentage of change in taxable income to the percentage change in EBIT. Financial leverage locate the correct profitable financial decision regarding capital structure of the company. Next is financial leverage, is one of the most important devices which is used to measure the fixed cost proportion of the total capital of the company. If the firms acquire cost fund and higher cost, then earning from those assets, the earning per share and return equity capital will decrease. The impact of financial leverage can be understood with the help of these exercises. So, ipapakita mo natin ang ating pangatlong example. Exercise number 3. So, our given for is XYZ decide to use 2 financial plans and they need 50,000 for the total investment. So, debenture interest at 10% or 40. Plan A and Plan B. We have Plan A and Plan B. So, sa Plan A, given ng debenture interest at 10% is 40,000 and Plan B is 10,000. Equity share, then each is 10, sa Plan A is 10,000, Plan B is 40,000. So, 40,000. Ang total investment needed, number of equity share is 50,000 and both 50,000. So, ang given ng number of equity shares nila is 4,000 and 1,000. The earning before interest and tax are assumed at 5,000 and 12,000. The tax rate is 50%. Calculate the EPS. So, the solution. Earning before interest tax, if it is 5,000, they are both 5,000, Plan A and Plan B. Ayan yung given. Less interest on debt, 10%. 10%. So, ang 10% ng 40,000 is 4,000. And then, ang 10% ng 10,000 is 1,000. So, Plan A muna tayo. 5,000 minus 4,000 is 1,000. Then, 5,000 less 1,000 is 4,000. Ayun yung earning before tax. Yung sagot nila parehas sa A, yung 1,000, 4,000. Less tax at 50%. So, kalahati ng 1,000 is 500. Ang kalahati ng 4,000 is 2,000. So, 1,000 less 500 is 500. 4,000 less 2,000 is 2,000. So, number equity shares 1,000 and 4,000. Earning per share is 0.50 and they both 0.50. Next natin is when EBIT is 12,500. So, next ay yung next example. Pangalawa example, earning before interest tax is 12,500. Ayun yung given na ng EBIT. Less interest of 10%. So, 4,000 and 1,000. Earning before tax is 8,500 and 11,500. Ayun yung pinag-minus yung 12,000 less 4,000 at 12,500 less 1,000. Less tax at 50%. So, ang 50% ng 8,500 is 4,250 less, so 8,500 less 4,250. Yung number earning available to equity shareholder nila is 4,250. Sa Plan B naman is 11,500. Ang 50% niya is 5,750. So, pag ma-minus mo yung 11,500 less 5,750 is 5,750. Given ang number of equity shares nila is 1,000 and 4,000. So, the total is 4.25 and 1.44. So, ayun yung earning per share. Our next is differences between operating leverage and financial leverage. So operating leverage is associated with investment activities of the company, while financial leverage is associated with financing activities of the company. So next is number 2, operating leverage consists of fixed operating expenses of the company. Well, financial leverage consists of operating profit, so profit of the company. Ang operating leverage is nagano ng fix ng expenses sa company. Ng operating while the financial leverage is consists of operating profit of the company naman. Next is it represents the ability to use operating costs. While financial leverage, it represents the relationship between EBIT and EPS. Operating leverage can be calculated of OL, operating leverage equals C over OP. Well, FL naman is FL equals OP over PBT. 5. A percentage change in the profit resulting from percentage change in the sale called as degree of operating leverage. As percentage taxable profit is result of percentage change in EBIT. 6. Operating leverage trading on equity is not possible when the company is operating leverage. 6. Trading of equity is possible only when the company uses financial leverage. Operating leverage depends upon fixed costs and variable costs, while financial leverage depends upon the operating profits. Ang tinaan lagi ng operating leverage is lagi about sa mga costs, while ang financial leverage naman is about mga profits naman siya. Ayun yung pagkakaiba naman nila. So, the tax rate and interest rate will not affect the operating leverage. Financial leverage will be changed to the tax rate and interest rate. Next, as you can see, the EBIT and EPS break-even chart of three different financing alternatives. So, EBIT, breaks-even chart, ay maano natin. So, DR means leverage ratio. Yung DR equals 70%. DR 0% yung pa-length. So, tsaka yung nasa may middle, DR 30%. Then C1, C2, C3 means indifference point. Yung nasa baba po yun. Yung pa-wide lang sunod-sunod. While X1, X2, X is financial BEP. Financial BEP is the level of EBIT which cover all the fixed financing costs of the company. It is level of EBIT and which is EPS is 0. Indifference point. It is a point at which difference set the debt ratio, percentage of debt to total capital employed in the company, give the same of EPS. That's all. Thank you po. Our next reporter is Patricia Dia. Thank you.
So, good afternoon everyone. I am Patricia, may MD yan. Ang naka-assign sa akin is the combined leverage. It is also called the composite leverage or the total leverage. It expresses the relationship between the revenue in the account of sales and the taxable income. So, paano ba natin isosolve ang isang combined leverage? So, meron kaming pinroduce para sa inyo. Nandun sa written report namin, yung example kung paano siya isosolve. So, combined leverage is equals the operating leverage times the financial leverage. So, this is the formula kung paano nyo makukuha yung combined leverage. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, combined leverage is equals to operating leverage times the FL or the financial leverage. So, i-ano natin, parang palawigin natin kung paano nyo makukuha. So, CL is equals to C or the contribution over OP or the operating profit, or ito yung tinatawag din natin na EBIT or earnings before interest and tax, times OP ulit na EBIT or earnings before interest and tax over PBT or profit before tax. Also, minsan tinatawag din siyang EBT or the earnings before tax. So, since pareho yung nasa ilalim at nasa taas na OP, kakancel out na natin yan. So, ang nagiging solution ng combined leverage is contribution over profit before tax. next is about the DCL or the degree of combined leverage. It is the percentage change of firm's earning per share results from the 1% change in sales. So for the DCL or degree of combined leverage, the formula is percent change in EPS or earnings per share divide the percent in sales. So dito sa exercise number 4, basahin ko na muna. Kumar Company has sales of Rs 25,000,000, variable cost of Rs 12,50,000 and fixed cost of Rs 50,000 and the debt of Rs 12,50,000 with the 8% rate of interest. Then we will calculate the combined leverage. So ang hinahanap natin dito is the combined leverage. So, for the solution, kailangan nyo munang makuha is yung statement of profit. So, dito sa statement of profit, may sales na 25. So, ang sales is 25,000. Sinabi dun sa problem kanina. And then, ang variable cost, ilalas mo kasi yung sales sa variable cost para makuha mo yung contribution. So, ang variable cost, sabi dito kanina, is 15,000. Pag pinag-minus mo yung dalawa, Rs 25,000 minus 15,000 is equals to 10,000. Yan. Tapos, after nyan, ngayon, ima-minus mo naman dun sa solution, sa contribution, ilalas mo naman dito is yung fixed cost. Given naman yung FC or yung fixed cost, dito kanina sinabi na ang fixed cost is 5,000. 5,000 yung fixed cost. Sabi dun sa problem kanina. So, 5,000. So, ilalas mo yung contribution sa fixed cost. So, 10,000 minus 5,000 Rs is equals to 5,000. So, ano yung 5,000? This is the operating profit na gagamitin naman natin. Operating profit. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Operating profit or the earnings before interest and tax. So, ngayon, magpo-proceed na tayo sa pagkuha ng combined leverage. Ano ulit yung solution ng combined leverage? OL or yung operating leverage, then ita-times mo siya sa FL or the financial leverage na diniscuss nung naunang reporter. So, for this, ang calculation kung paano natin i-calculate yung financial leverage is contribution for FL is equals to contribution over the operating profit. Yung operating profit, makikita natin doon sa statement of the profit. Given na din naman yung contribution, so, ang magiging solution is 10,000 over 5,000. Since yun yung nakuha natin kanina. Yan. Naintindihan nyo ba? Yan. So, pag pinag-divide natin yung 10,000 divide 5,000 is equals to 2. So, ito na yung FL natin. Ngayon, ang sabi dun sa solution ng combined leverage, kailangan hanapin din natin yung OL or the operating leverage. Kasi nga, operating leverage times financial leverage. Meron na tayo nitong FL or yung financial leverage which is 2. So, ang next, mahaba yung process ng OL or ng operating leverage. So, para makompute pala natin yung operating leverage, para makuha natin yung operating leverage, kailangan muna nating makuha yung nawawala or yung earnings before tax. Earnings before tax. So, ang solution niya is EBIT or earnings before interest and tax. Ilalas mo ngayon yung debt or yung interest in the debentures. So, ang sabi dito sa solution is 8% ng 1250,000 Rs. So, ang 8% niya is 1,000 Rs. So, ang EBIT, given na natin to kanina, which is yung OP natin. So, 5,000 RS. Tapos, ililas mo ngayon yung 8% ng 1250,000. So, this is 1,000 RS. So, 5,000 RS minus 1,000 RS is equals to 4,000. So, yung 4,000, ayun na yung magiging EBT natin or earnings before tax, which is, gagamitin natin siya sa operating leverage. Ito yung solution ng operating leverage. OP or yung EBIT natin, operating profit, which is 5,000 na nanggaling dito sa statement of the profit natin. I-divide mo siya ngayon dun sa nakuha mo kanina, EBT or earnings before tax, which is 4,000 RS. 4,000 RS. So, kapag pinag-divide mo yon, 5,000 divide 4,000 is equals to 1.25. So, ang OL mo, or yung operating leverage mo, is 1.25. Tapos, ngayon, pwede na tayo mag-proceed sa pagkuha ng combined leverage. So, for the combined leverage, ang solution, CL is equals to OL times FL. So, ang OL natin, yung nakuha natin kanina lang is 1.25. Then, ita-times mo siya ngayon sa 2. Yung 2 is yung nakuha din natin kanina, yung kauna-unang solution, or yung financial leverage natin. So, ang combined leverage dito sa solution na to is 2.25. 2.50 rather. Sorry, 2.50. Kasi times 2 eh. So, 1.25 times 2 is equals to 2.50. So, yung combined leverage natin is 2.50. So, ayun na yung sagot natin ng combined leverage. Ang next na i-discuss ko naman sa inyo is kung paano kumuha naman ng degree of combined leverage. Cut. So, meron kami ditong pinrovide na another example, which is Eri1 Company Ltd sold 2,000 units at $10 per unit. The company's variable cost is per unit and the fixed cost is equals to 2,000. The debt burden is 10% on 400 bonds of $10 each and the equity capital comprises 300 shares of $10 each. The company should come under the tax bracket of 50%. So dito, may binigay kami dito sa inyo na parang box or yung statement of the profit nila. So number of units sold is 2,000 kagaya na nasabi sa problem. So, ang 10% ng 2,000 is 200. So, nagkaroon ng increased sales na 10%, kaya naging 2,200. So, sabi dito, ang sales daw ay $10 per unit. So, $10, ita-times mo siya sa 2,000 na number of units sold. So, this is 20,000 and then the 2,200 times 10, since $10 per unit, this is 22,000. And then, ilalas mo siya sa variable cost na $7 per unit. So, $7 per unit, 7 times 2,000 is equals to 14,000. Tapos, 2,200 times 7 is 15,400. So, ngayon, pag maminusin mo yung sales at $10 per unit, ililas mo ngayon yung variable cost na $7 per unit. So, 20,000 sa normal situation is 20,000, ima-minus mo yung 14,000. So, makukuha mong contribution ngayon is 6,000. Tapos, doon naman sa increased sales situation, 2,200 yung increased sales situation. So, 22,000 yung sales at $10 per unit. Ima-minus mo yung variable cost na $7 per unit na 15,400. So, 22,000 minus 15,400 is equals to 6,600. Yun na yung magiging contribution nyo. Ngayon, kukunin mo naman yung earnings before interest and tax. So, ilalas mo dun sa contribution yung fixed cost. Ano ba yung fixed cost na sinabi kanina? This is 2,000. Ang sabi kanina, 2,000 daw yung fixed cost. So, 6,000 minus 2,000 sa normal situation is equals to 4,000. And then, sa increased situation is 6,600 minus 2,000 din since yung sabing fixed cost. So, ang sagot is 4,600. So, meron na din tayong EBIT or earnings before interest and tax. So, ngayon, ilalas na natin yung sinabi na interest on bonds of 10% ng $4,000. So, ang 10% ng $4,000 is equals to 400. So, EBIT sa normal situation na 4,000, ima-minus mo yung 400. So, this is equals to 3,600. 3,600 yung magiging earnings before tax. Tapos, sa increased sales situation, na sinabi yung EBIT natin is 4,600, tapos ima-minus mo ngayon yung interest on bonds na 400. So, this is equals to 4,200. Then next, para naman makuha mo yung EAT or amount available to equity shareholders, ilalas mo ngayon yung tax na 50% ng earnings. So, ang earnings before tax, ang sinabi dito is 3,600. Ang 50% ng 3,600 is 1,800. So, 3,600 minus 1,800 is equals to 1,800. So, as sa increased sales situation naman is 4,200 minus 2,100. So, ang sagot sa EAT is 2,100. Ngayon, pag maminusin mo naman yung nasa normal situation at sa increased sales situation para makuha mo yung number of equity shares. So, 2,100 minus 1,800 is equals to 300. So, meron na tayo lahat ng given na kailangan. EPS is equals to earning available to equity share or yung EAT natin kanina na pinaglas na EBT at saka yung 50% na earnings. Tapos, i-divide mo yun sa equity shares, which is yung pinag-minus na increased sales and situation minus normal sales situation. So, 300 yon. So, ang ano dito is, sa normal situation, 1,800 divide 300 is equals to 6. And then, sa increased situation is 2,100 divide 300, which is equals to 7. So, for combined leverage, hinahanap na ditong next is combined leverage. It is the percent change in EPS or yung increase daw ng $7 to $6 to $7. I-divide mo yung percent change in sales, which is yung increase from 2,000 to 2,200. So, ang change in EPS is equals to 1 divide 6. It is equals to 16.67%. And then yung change in sales na 200 divide 2,000, which is equals to 10%. I-ano na natin siya sa decimal point. So, kapag ka decimal point is 0.1667 divide 0.10 equals to approximately 0.167. Therefore, ang naging DCL or yung degree of combined leverage natin, since itatransfer ulit natin siya into percentage, it is 1.67%. So, dito sa capital structure, sabi dito, a financial plan is X and Y RS. So, ang equity natin is 25,000 sa X, and then sa Y, ang ating equity is 50,000. And then, sa debt, ang debt cost 10%. So, 50,000 sa X, and then sa Y is 25,000. So, pagpaplasin natin, equity plus debt is 25,000 dun sa X. XRS is 25,000 plus 50,000. So, that is 75,000 RS. And then, dun naman sa ating Y is 50,000 plus 25 and then 75 RS. So, pareho na sila. So, ang solution dito, annual production and sales of 60% of 5,000. So, ang annual production ng 60% ng 5,000 is 3,000 unit. So, ang contribution per unit, ang selling price is 25 per unit and then the variable price is 10 per unit. So, pag maminusin natin yung selling price and yung variable price, so, magiging 10 per unit. So, total contribution, which is 3,000 unit, then ita-times mo siya sa RS 10, and then, yung RS 30,000 yun na yung computation of leverage. So, same lang to nung kanina na kung paano natin isolve. Dito nga lang, meron tayong financial plan, yung plan X and the plan Y. May situation 1 and situation 2 pareho. So, sa plan X, situation 1, ang contribution is 30,000. Situation 2 is 30,000 sa plan X ito. Then, ang fixed, ima-minus natin doon yung fixed operating profit or yung OP or yung EBIT natin, which is 10,000 na binigay kanina. And then, nagsiging sagot natin is 20,000. Then, dun sa situation number 2 is 30,000 minus 12,000 na given na din kanina. So, magiging 20,000 and 18,000 na. Tapos, nagkaroon ng interest on debts. 10% ng 50,000 is 5,000. 20,000 minus 5,000 is equals to 15,000. Then, 18,000 minus 5,000 is equals to 13,000. Earnings before tax yon. Tapos, ngayon, solve na natin yung operating leverage since nandun na yung mga kailangan natin. So, operating leverage, contribution, which is 30,000 na galing dun sa taas sa situation 1 and situation 2. Tapos, magkaroon na yung pinag-solve natin na contribution minus EBIT, which is 20,000 na sa situation 1 and then sa situation 2 is 18,000. So, pag-divide natin yung dalawa, 1.5 and then 1.67. So, ang next, para makuha natin yung financial leverage, operating profit divide profit before tax. So, ang operating profit natin na nakuha kanina is 20,000 sa situation 1 and then sa situation 2 is 18,000. So, ang profit before tax natin na nakuha kanina is 15,000 and then sa situation 2 is 13,000. So, pag-divide din natin yung dalawa, 20,000 divide 15,000 is equals to 1.33 and then sa 18,000 minus 13,000 is equals to 1.38. So, meron na tayong operating leverage na 1.5 and then financial leverage na 1.33. Dun sa plan X, sa situation 1 is 1.5 times 1.33 is equals to 1.995. Tapos sa situation 2, 1.67 na operating leverage and then the financial leverage na 1.38. So, pagka-timesin mo yung dalawa, and then makukuha ka ng 2.30. So, ngayon, punta tayo sa plan Y. Ang plan Y, situation 1 is 30,000. Same lang sila ng contribution na 30,000. And fixed cost operating profit na 10,000 and 12,000. Halos same lang. Ang nagkaiba lang is yung interest on debts. Kasi sa interest on debts, 10% of 25,000 yung ginamit dito sa plan Y. Dun sa plan Y, sa kabila ng financial plan. So, ang naging solve, ang operating profit is 20,000. Then, ima-minus mo yung interest on debts, which is 2,500. So, 20,000 minus 2,500 is 17,500. And then, the other one is 18,000 minus 2,500 is 15,500. Ngayon, punta na tayo sa pagkuha natin. Ayun na yung earnings before tax natin or yung tinatawag nating EBT. Next is yung operating leverage. Contribution, ima-minus mo ngayon doon yung operating profit. Contribution minus operating profit, 30,000 minus... 30,000. Contribution divide operating profit para makuha ang operating leverage. 30,000 divide 20,000, so that is 1.5. And then 30,000 divide 18,000, that is 1.67. So ngayon, kukunin na natin is yung financial leverage para makakuha na din tayo ng combined leverage. So for the financial leverage, ang operating profit again is 20,000 but situation 20,000 yung sa situation 1 ng plan Y and then sa situation 2 is 18,000 yung kanyang operating profit. Then, profit before tax is 17,500. Ito yung minus na natin yung interest on debts na 10% ng 25,000. So, after nun, nakuha mo na yung situation 1, 20,000 divide 17,500, that is equals to 1.14. Then, 18,000 divide 15,500 for the situation 2, and that is 1.16. So, ngayon, pag timesin na natin, since meron na tayo operating leverage ng plan Y ng situation 1 and situation 2. So, for operating leverage ng situation 1, 1.5 times 1.14, that is 1.71, then 1.67 times 1.16 for situation 2, and that is 1.94. So, ngayon, kukunin natin, based dun sa problem, is the highest and least value ng combined leverage. So, ang highest value is 2.30 under situation 2 ng plan X, and then, yung least value is 1.71 under situation 1 ng plan Y. So, that's all for my presentation, and for the next reporter, working leverage naman po yung i-discuss niya. Yun lang, thank you.
Working capital leverage. One of the new models of leverage is working capital leverage, which is used to locate the investment in working capital or current assets in the company. Working capital leverage measures the sensitivity of return in investment of charge in the level of current assets. So, working capital leverage equals percentage change in return on investment divide percentage change in working capital. And if the earnings are not affected by the change in current assets, the working capital leverage can be calculated with the help of the following formula. Working capital leverage equals current asset divide the total asset minus change in the level of current asset. The following information is available for two companies. Ito po ay ang dalawang information na mayroon ang dalawang companies, ang XLTD at YLTD. Ang mga information po na mayroon ang XLTD ay ang fixed assets na 400,000, current assets na 1 million, at ang total assets ng XLTD ay 1,400,000. At ang earnings before interest and taxes ng XLTD company ay 150,000. Ang mga information naman po na mayroon ang YLTD company ay fixed asset na mayroong 100,000, current assets na 400,000, at ang total assets ng YLTD company ay 1,400,000. At ang earnings before interest and taxes ng YLTD company ay 150,000. You are required to compare the sensitivity earnings of the two companies for 30% charge in the level of their current assets. So, based sa ating given ay kailangang ipag-compare po yung sensitivity earnings ng dalawang company at kailangang bawasan ng 30% sa kanilang current asset. And based sa formula ng working capital leverage ay kailangan po natin kunin ang current assets ng XLTD na 1 million at i-divide naman ito sa total asset na 1,400,000 at change in the current assets. So, XLTD equals 1 million divide 1,400,000 minus change in current assets. At para naman makuha natin ang change in the current asset ay based sa given ay kailangan natin kunin ang 30% ng current asset ng XLTD. Ang current asset ng XLTD company ay 1 million. Ngayon ay kukunin mo ang 30% ng current asset ng XLTD. 1 million times 0.30 at ang sagot po ay 300,000. XLTD equals 1 million divide 1,400,000 minus 300,000. At bago po i-divide ang current asset sa total asset ay kailangan mo munang ibawas ang change in the current asset. So, magiging 1,100,000 na ang total asset. Then, kapag po nabawas na yung change in the current asset sa total asset, ay i-divide mo na po ito para makuha ang sensitivity earnings ng XLTD company. So, magiging 1 million divide 1,100,000. Ang magiging sagot po ay 0.90 ang sensitivity earnings ng XLTD company. And kung paano po ang ginawa natin sa XLTD company ay ganoon din ang gagawin natin sa YLTD company. Based sa formula ng working capital leverage ay kailangan po natin kunin ang current assets ng YLTD na 400,000 at i-divide naman po ito sa total asset na 1,400,000 a change in the current asset. So, YLTD equals 400,000 divide 1,400,000 minus change in current asset. And para naman po makuha natin yung change in the current asset ng YLTD company ay kailangan natin kunin yung 30% na current asset ng YLTD company. Ang current asset ng YLTD company po ay 400,000 times 30% ay ang change in the current assets ng YLTD company ay 120,000. So, YLTD equals 400,000 divide 1,400,000 minus 120,000. So, bago naman po natin ipag-divide ang current asset sa total asset ay kailangan muna natin ibawas ang change in current asset sa total asset ng YLTD company. So, 1,400,000 minus 120,000 equals 1,280,000. Kapag nabawas na po yung change in the current asset sa total asset, ay didivide mo po yung current assets at total asset para makuha yung sensitivity earnings ng YLTD company. So, ang mangyayari po ay 400,000 divide 1,280,000. And ang magiging sagot po ay 0.325 ang sensitivity earnings ng YLTD company. And kung titingnan po natin ang working capital leverage ng dalawang kumpanya ay masasabi po natin mas malaki ang sensitivity earnings for a charge on the level of current assets ng XLTD kaysa sa YLTD.